Back in 2019, the St. Louis Blues had the worst record in the NHL in early January, and they came all the way back to win the Stanley Cup that season. Can they do it again? Well, they're playing the LA Kings at home tonight, and we're going to talk about it. But before we do, I got to tell you about a promo we have available at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com. Using the promo code Jesse3, as you can see below, that'll get you $20 off any all-access, all-sports 3-day package from any of the expert handicappers at either WagerTalk or Sports Memo. You might want to consider this guy. We did go 3-0 with our picks last night at sportsmemo.com, our premium picks for clients. We also cashed in 2 of 3 with our free play videos on this channel. We're the #1 all sports handicapping service the last 365 days. And we're #1 with college basketball this season. So you want to use that promo code over at sportsmemo.com. Let's talk about the LA Kings at the St. Louis Blues. The Kings, they're a 155 favorite. The total sitting at 5.5. These two teams are fighting for their lives in the playoff race. The LA Kings are currently tied with the defending champion Las Vegas Golden Knights. Both teams on 77 points. And Las Vegas occupies the final wild card spot. I did mention that the St. Louis Blues came all the way back from having the league's worst record to not only make the playoffs, but win the Stanley Cup in 2019. Their odds are pretty long to do that again this year. They're currently 8 points behind the Kings and the Vegas Golden Knights, with plenty of teams between them. And a lot of those teams look a little bit better than the St. Louis Blues do. The Blues' current odds just to make the playoffs are 10-1. And I think this is going to be a tough game for them. This looks like a letdown spot for the St. Louis Blues. They're coming off a blowout win on the road at Boston, and this will be their first game back home from a road trip. I was watching WagerTalk today the other day, and Prez had Matthew Barnaby on the show. For those of you who aren't familiar with Matthew Barnaby, he was Brad Marchand before Brad Marchand. He was a scorer, a fighter, a pretty good player for the Buffalo Sabres when they went deep into their playoff runs. And Prez asked him, what's the one thing you would tell bettors about betting the NHL? And he said, the toughest spot is the first game back from a road trip, that first game back home. And that's the spot the St. Louis Blues find themselves in tonight. And I just think this Kings team is the better team with more to play for. They do have a strong chance of making the playoffs. Neither of these two teams did much at the trade deadline, which can be telling, but the Kings did try to pick up a goaltender. They tried to acquire Linus Ullmark from the Boston Bruins. They do have a veteran goaltender in Cam Talbot that is having a pretty decent season. Talbot's record on the road is pretty stellar, 12-6 with a 2.41 goals against average. The Kings have won 5 of the last 6 head-to-head versus the Blues. So my money is going to be on the road favorite LA Kings tonight in St. Louis. If you like this video, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And if you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, I'll get back to you right away. Hit me up in the comments below. Good luck, and we will see you again tomorrow.